Thank you for your thoughtful words, Holly. Next, I would like to ask Richard to address our graduates. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the class of 2016, it's my pleasure to welcome all of you today as we celebrate our accomplishments over the past few years here at DeVry University. Thank you, esteemed faculty, administration, alumni, family, and friends, for sharing this milestone with us. I was told that I have about 3 minutes to speak to you guys, and I've already used about 30 seconds of it so far, so like I always tell my breathtakingly beautiful wife over there, get ready because I'm about to give you the best 2.5 minutes of your life. Now that awkward moment when you realize that her parents are right there in the front row. It's all right though, we're married. I'd like to start off by saying how honored I am to be here with all of you today as the Bachelor-level Valedictorian. This honor resonates much deeper with me than the sweat, anxiety, and sleep deprivation over the past few years. Each of us has had our own journey that led us to this special day, and I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about mine. Let me take you back to 2001. I was a senior in high school. I just lost my virginity and I had my whole life ahead of me. Graduated ninth in my class with honors, and Lord knows that I had the potential to be valedictorian back then. I was a straight-A student, but for reasons unknown to me to this day, I was denied entry into honors and AP level courses. Those are the courses that you need in order to really elevate your GPA to that next level. They actually give you 12% just for being in those classes. Despite that handicap, I still graduated as the highest ranking male minority and third highest male in my class. My first attempt at college education started at Rutgers University, and it started with a bang. No, literally, I was in my dorm getting ready for one of my first classes, and 2 planes hit the towers. Too soon? Too late? That historic tragedy really set the tone for how things went for me for the next couple years or so. I learned pretty quickly that I wasn't in Kansas anymore. The level of discipline that you need when you're 18 to 22 years old, living on your own for the first time, surrounded by your peers, joining clubs, fraternities, sororities, with endless opportunities to socialize and party, while at the same time having to be responsible enough to wake up on time for a morning class, actually go to class, read and study, actually use your money that your parents gave you or that you earned with a grant to buy expensive textbooks instead of rounds of shots, beers, and mixed drinks at Old Queens or nightclub. My hat goes off to all of those that did it before me. Speaking of waking up for class, me and my former roommate, Jay, now one of my best friends and one of my line brothers, we used to sleep for sport. I mean, I used to open up my eyes, look across the room, and if I saw him still sleeping, then I'd roll over and I'd go back to sleep. The funny thing is that he used to do the same thing. And we used to play that game until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Needless to say, my grades suffered. And I ended up on academic probation, and I failed expensively. No one prepares you for that. Well, at least no one prepared me for that. My parents didn't go to college. They didn't have the experience or the foresight to give me the advice I needed to succeed in college. They, like many other parents, just knew that college is where I needed to be. And that's all I really knew at the time, too. What I didn't know was what I wanted to do after college. I lacked direction. And as it turns out, direction is essential to one's motivation and to success in college and also in life. Despite all of that, I just want to say that I'm eternally grateful for the unconditional love and support that I received from my parents throughout my trials in college and throughout my life. They were always happy to pick up their boy when I got homesick from school. Sure, I always went back to school fully stocked with food and clean laundry. They made me feel special. Unfortunately, both my parents had diabetes and a bunch of other ailments. These health issues led to both of my parents becoming disabled. I had to leave school, find a job, and help my family. My parents' health continued to deteriorate and ultimately lost them both a few years ago. My mom died suddenly in July of 2011. My mom was admitted to the hospital in October. My dad was admitted to the hospital in October, and on my birthday actually, and he fought for 7 grueling months there before he died. Leaving school wasn't all bad though. The first job that I worked after leaving Rutgers is where I met my wife. And man, what a blessing that was. I dealt with self-esteem and confidence issues, but she always saw the potential in me despite that. She put a lot of energy into helping me see it too. I doubted myself in the gym, struggling with 225 pounds on the bench. She helped me believe that I was truly talented and very strong naturally, and that I was holding myself back mentally. I began working out with her father, my buddy Johnson, aka Big Papa. And within less than a year, I was actually benching close to 400 pounds. She also pushed hard for me to go back to school. I pushed it off for years, but eventually she reached a breaking point. She was fed up that I wasn't utilizing my intelligence and that I wasn't working towards a college degree. I almost lost her. But thank God I had the epiphany that I had, and I realized that what I wanted to do professionally. I finally was able to visualize that direction I've needed all along. I registered for my first 2 classes 2 years ago in May, and the rest is history. I want to give a special thanks to Dr. Sadrian, who was always there for me when I was trying to come up with this plan to graduate in 2 years. And he always looked out for me, and he sat down with me and made sure that my plan was working, and that I chose the right classes, and I really appreciate that. I want to thank my big brother Dave, who dubbed me Ace, and made me never want to get anything less than an A in any course that I took, just because of that nickname. Thanks for always staying in touch with me, checking in and visiting me. It made my journey much better. I want to give a special thanks to my cousin Kenny as well, who was a machine. I always thought of him as a machine, and in order to be up here today, I had to be a machine, so I did my best to channel his energy throughout these years, so thank you for that. To my best friends, my brothers Nick, Shane, Ken, and Jay. Nick, we've always shared ideas, try to figure out how we were going to move on to the next level, always trying to figure out how we were going to get rich. Your suggestion for me to check out DeVry it set off a chain reaction that led to this day. Shane, your courage to move to New York with nothing and to build a life and a business based on your God-given artistic abilities is really inspiring me. Ken, the testicular fortitude that it took for you to become a Marine and then become a cop, which is one of the most dangerous jobs in America, and then to become a jiu-jitsu champion, man, you're the man, bro. And Jay, your level of maturity, responsibility, and discipline is unparalleled. I've done my best to channel your example here as a student at DeVry, and it looks like it's clearly worked in my favor. Thanks, folks. To my precious wife, thank you for always believing in me, even when I didn't. Thank you for helping me build confidence in my abilities and realizing my true caliber. I wouldn't be standing up here at today's valedictorian class of 2016 if it wasn't for you. Baby, you're the real valedictorian. And to my class of 2016, I leave you with this. Take the time to get to know yourself. Learn what your direction is. Don't let the death of loved ones deter you from your path. Believe in yourself and your abilities. Surround yourself with people that make you want to do better and actually do better and be better. You're your biggest competition. Never stop trying to top yourself. Ace out.